Hi Cancer, welcome to your August read. I'll be doing a Celtic cross spread with the Rider-Waite Tarot, pulling clarifiers with the Wild Reflections Tarot, and pulling a couple of oracle cards for you as well. I've actually already shuffled all the decks. I'm just getting your energy into it one final time. Wow, you've got the Emperor in the heart of your spread, crossed by the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups. Wow, the Chariot. You've got some big cards already. Two of Wands and the Crown. Four of Pentacles in your near future, the King of Wands, the Two of Swords, interesting. Four of Cups, and in your outcome you have the Four of Wands. That's fantastic. Bottom of the deck, wow, you've got the beautiful Page of Cups, King of Swords, and the Moon underneath. Okay, the Fool. So the Page of Cups is asking you to keep your heart open. This is the energy overseeing this read, and it feels like it's asking you to maintain your optimism, that youthful, hopeful optimism, and allow your heart to lead you through this month. You've got some support there, someone with intelligence and clarity of vision to help you see through any confusion or uncertainty as you start this new journey, whatever this new journey is. So let me pull some oracle cards from the Enchanted Forest Oracle. You have Abandoned Temple, release fears and doubts that hold you back from living fully. That's a really beautiful energy. And I think it speaks for itself. Release fears and doubts that hold you back from living fully. Trust the universe has your back, and trust yourself. Trust that you know what's right for you. Release those fears and doubts. From the Spirit Animals Oracle, you have the Lynx with Keeper of Secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowledge. It's just what I was saying, trusting yourself. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. That's a really beautiful message. I feel like a lot of us have been getting that message to really make sure we make time for ourselves this month. I actually think the Hermit popped out while I was shuffling one of your decks as well earlier. So that's that other message of taking time to go within, taking time in silence and solitude to hear those inner voices, to help you guide yourself through this. And as I said, this is asking you to trust yourself, trust the universe and trust yourself, trust that you know what's right for you. And taking time for yourself, taking time out from the world, being that observer, that's when you'll be able to hear the wisdom from higher up, from your higher self, from your guides, from your angels, from God, from whoever or whatever you're able to connect with in those moments of quiet and stillness. When we get too caught up in the noise of the world, we don't tend to hear those quieter inner voices and those secret little messages. And you are the secret keeper. Okay, let's have a look at this main spread. In the recent past, you have the Chariot. I feel like this is connected to this Fool card under here. It's like you've taken the reins and set off speedily in a new direction. You're really reining in these two sphinxes and steering your own chariot. You're steering your ship. I feel like you have a goal, and or you had a goal in your recent past, and this is what you set out for. Sorry. Kitty cat wandered over the cards. This is a very positive take charge energy, and it's led you straight into this Emperor in the heart of your spread. This is where you're sitting right now. This is a card of leadership and authority, and I feel like you're really stepping up right now. It's a very worldly energy. There's not a lot of internal work with either of these two cards. The Chariot and the Emperor in your read feel very externally focused. So just make sure you do take time out when you can to reconnect in with yourself. The fact that this Abandoned Temple card came out for you, release fears and doubts that hold you back from living fully, these fears and doubts are likely below the surface. And just from what I'm seeing in the cards, if you don't take time out to address them, they may hold you back from living fully, from actually getting the most benefit from these powerful cards, the Chariot and the Emperor. You have this powerful energy in the world. You want to reach the potential that these cards are promising. You want to reach the potential within you. You have so much to give, and I feel the way that you're going to be able to access all of that and to process any fears and doubts is by connecting with your heart, with that Page of Cups. Maintain that youthful hopefulness and know that if something only reaches a certain level and you can't seem to move beyond it, it's that kind of glass ceiling thing. In this situation, it feels like the only thing holding you back is yourself at a subconscious level. It's those fears and doubts that you may not have looked at deeply enough. So this month is giving you the opportunity to step up into this worldly energy, this emperor energy, but it's also asking you to take time when you can to go within and address these fears and doubts so that you can move as high as possible with that emperor energy. In your challenge position, you have the 8 of Wands. In this position, I actually feel like it's interesting. I don't normally get something so specific, but I almost feel like you're going to get some kind of news or communication or information that's kind of going to knock you off balance a bit. It doesn't actually feel negative. The 8 of Wands is always a positive card. It's almost though, because it's sort of sideways and coming in this position, it's like it's something that you had your goal with this Chariot. You knew exactly the line that you were going to take to move forward, but something's come in that's sort of thrown you a little bit, and it may be triggering some subconscious fears or doubts. It's like maybe you started a new job and you thought you knew exactly what you were doing, you were building your confidence, and then suddenly they've asked you to do this new task or set you a new project and you're suddenly feeling very out of your depth. It's that kind of flavor. It doesn't need to be work related. It could be, but whatever it is, it's got that kind of flavor of something just coming out of the blue and shaking your self-belief. It's so positive. This is actually giving me the impression that this is coming in because you have the capacity to do this. You're the emperor. You can do anything. This eight of Wands is a minor arcana. It can't even compare to this powerful major arcana emperor card. So trust yourself. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. So if you need to take time to rebalance yourself, remind yourself, you can even do some positive affirmations, some positive self-talk to convince yourself that you can do this. Even if you don't fully believe yourself right away, just by giving yourself a little boost and stepping forward, you'll be able to meet this challenge and really, really step up. So don't let this shake you. It does feel like it's going to be very, very positive. In the crown of your reed, you have the 2 of Wands. This is very much connecting to this hopes and fears card for me and to what's going on with that Emperor and 8 of Wands. This is basically your opportunity here. You can choose to step forward into a brand new world. He's got the world at his fingertips. The world is laid out at his feet. He can take this new step, become this new version of himself, or he can stick with what he knows where he's comfortable. And that's actually okay. There's no right or wrong here. The 2 of Wands is just this moment of decision. Are you going to move forward into something new, or are you going to stick with what's tried and true? It feels very much like you needing to decide if you really do want to step into this authority role as this emperor, or if you want to stick with where you're comfortable. Again, there's no right or wrong. Everyone's going to be different. So for some of you, the best answer is going to be to move forward into something new. For others of you, you may have reached a point in your life where you realize this is where you're comfortable. This is where I want to stay. I don't need the extra responsibility of being a leader or an authority figure. I just want to stay as I am and do the best I can where I'm at. Both are perfect for you. Just trust yourself. Go within, take that time out, connect in with your heart to be really, really honest with yourself, to figure out what's right for you. The bottom of the spread, you have the 9 of Cups. This is all your wishes coming true. But because it's below the surface, it feels like these are bubbling. The universe is preparing the way to give you your wishes. It's like you've put those wishes out there and the universe has responded, but something's blocking it at the moment. The fact that it's below the surface, it means that they're not able to come in just yet. And I feel like part of that is this 4 of Pentacles. Now, I did say there's no right or wrong with this 2 of Wands, which direction you take, but you have to be honest with yourself. And even if what you discover is to stick with what you know, to stick with the tried and true and not step up into a higher level of leadership or authority in whatever capacity that is for you. If that's right for you, something should open within you and release within you. whatever this is, whatever the answer is for you, just acknowledging it should release something in you to allow this Nine of Cups to come to the surface. If you can't make the decision either way and you're stuck in this Four of Pentacles energy, you're going to be blocking these wishes from coming to the surface. The Four of Pentacles is about holding too tight to something. And for me, this holding too tight is actually the not making a decision either way. It's like you're trying to ride it out and hoping the decision will be made for you. That's not going to be allowed this month, apparently. This is asking you to really make this decision one way or the other. Otherwise, you're going to sort of be stuck in this stagnant, lower level energy. If you stick with the tried and true and you make that decision right at the heart level, it may feel like for some of you that you're not moving forward. I'm not getting that. I'm getting the sense that that will release this stagnancy and open this channel for you. And if you obviously choose the new path, that's another option that's going to open this way for you. Either way, this decision has to be made. Are you going to embrace this new role, this new leadership role, or are you going to make the decision once and for all to stay where you are and not stress about moving up in the world in whatever way that means? Because either way is fine. All you need to know is release your fears and doubts that hold yourself back from living fully. I still feel like I need to emphasize living fully doesn't mean that you need to be ambitious in any way. It just means that you need to live fully with what your heart truly wants. For some people, moving up into a leadership role is actually not being true to themselves, and that can be what holds you back. Until you accept who you are and what is right for you, you're going to be kind of stuck. You're going to keep cycling back through the same things. The universe is going to keep presenting you with the same circumstances until you're really deeply honest with yourself, with who you are, what you want at this time in your life, and how you want to move forward. You've got to make that decision with the Two of Wands to release yourself from that Four of Pentacles. And with the King of Wands in your advice position, this is asking you to take this action. Whatever way that means, take action. I think someone else had the King of Wands in this exact position. So this energy is very prominent here. We've got a lot of King of Wands people wandering around right now. We have the wand. We have the control and the power and the ability to make the decisions for ourselves and to take action to bring them about. So really use this energy, direct it in the best way possible to keep moving forward. You have the Two of Swords in your external factors. This is actually interesting in this position. I'm actually feeling like you're going to be getting differing opinions from different people, and it's probably going to confuse the issue quite a bit. I'm sort of feeling like someone's going to be telling you one thing and another person's going to be telling you the exact opposite, and neither of them can see you clearly. I mean, she's blindfolded in this card, and neither of them are really listening to what your heart is saying, because her arms are crossed over her heart there, her chest. So you do have someone around you who can see things clearly and who can provide advice for you to gain clarity with that Moon card there. But the big thing with the Moon card, that's the Hermit's face in the Moon. It's asking you to ultimately trust yourself. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowledge. Really trust yourself. This is your decision ultimately. Whatever this situation is in the center, in your own life, in your own inner self, you are the emperor. You have the authority about your own life and your own decisions. Whatever the situation is externally, you're still your own authority in your life, and only you can make this decision. So with this Two of Swords in this position, just try to trust your intuition. That little crescent moon there is pointing again to that Hermit, the Moon, and towards the High Priestess energy. Really trust your own intuition, your own inner guidance. What do you really, really want at your deepest level? Other people can provide advice, but ultimately this decision must be up to you, and you really do need to be honest with yourself. That's just what the cards are telling me. In your hopes and fears with this Four of Cups, I really need to tell you to keep your heart open with that Page of Cups energy. But this position is basically saying you're feeling a bit stuck, a bit frustrated. You're kind of closing yourself off because it's probably just a bit overwhelming. It's a bit too much. And he's closing his heart off just like she's closing herself off in the Two of Swords. You want to stay open because the universe is offering you this cup. It's offering you something new, and it's something that your heart will actually appreciate. I feel like you're hoping that this will come in, but because there's the possibility that you're closing yourself off to it, you might not feel it, you might not realize it's coming in. So please do take that time out to connect in with your inner guidance, your inner self, and release your fears and doubts. Trust yourself. Really, really trust yourself. Gosh, that's a big message this month. I'm getting that a lot with different people, with different signs. Everyone needs to trust their own wisdom, their own self-knowledge. You know yourself better than anybody else. So do keep your heart open because that's where you'll get a lot of those messages coming from. In your outcome, you have the Four of Wands. I really love that this card is your outcome. This is telling me that whatever decision you need to make, everything I was saying in here, it feels like by the time you reach the end of August going into September, gosh, I can't believe we're in September already, you will have made the decision, and this will step you through this 1111 gateway, this first step into the next stage of your life. This is a very positive, celebratory card. It's still only a minor arcana. It's just a 4, but it's a much brighter, more positive 4 than that 4 of Cups, much, much brighter than that 4 of Pentacles. The fact that you've got 3 4s in here it's quite telling. This is energy that needs to be processed and moved through. This is the most stuck of the 4s. That's probably the second, the 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Pentacles is sort of the most stuck. Then we've got the 4 of Cups, which is sort of somewhere in the middle. It's asking you to keep your heart open. And then you're taking this step forward. It's a beautiful action-orientated card. You have made the decision. You've used that King of Wands energy. And you're taking a step forward in whichever direction you choose with that Two of Wands energy. It's a very, very positive outcome. Really excited for you, whatever this is. You are going to get to the end of it. Just a little bit of stuck energy in the center there that you should be able to work through if you take that time out and figure out what it is that you want. And that's right for you. Okay, let me pull some clarifiers for you, Cancer. I'm going to actually pull on that Emperor and Eight of Wands energy just to see if I can give you any more information, any more guidance on that situation. So we've got the Knight of Wands. He flipped over in the deck. This is a beautiful action-orientated card, but it's a very patient, slow-moving Knight of Wands. Very chilled. He's just rowing along the lake with his little puppy pal. This is wanting you to take action, to make this decision, to not get too caught up. Oh, wow. Okay, the Chariot just flipped over. Yeah, you really need to take charge of this. This is the repeat of this Chariot in your recent past. Don't let this Eight of Wands shake you so much that you lose control of your own life. You've got the reins here. You can steer those horses in whatever direction you want to take. These are actually quite differing levels of energy in this deck. The Knight of Wands in this deck is very slow moving and chill, as I said. The Chariot is very, very fast, and there's almost that feeling of being close to being out of control. So take hold of the reins. Don't let this shake you so much that you can't see where you're going. Take this time out when you need to reconnect in with your inner guidance and release those fears and doubts. You've got this. 2 cards flipped over just then. We've got the Page of Swords and the Eight of Cups. That's a really interesting combination. But it actually makes perfect sense. The Page of Swords it's an offer of clarity, a new idea, a fresh perspective on this situation that's going to allow you to move away from what no longer serves you, and what no longer serves you are those fears and doubts that are holding you back from living fully. I love this beautiful Eight of Cups card. It's one of my favorites in this deck. It's such a sense of freedom. She's walking away from these cups that are not satisfying her anymore, and she's surrounded by these birds, symbols of freedom, walking towards the sun, this new joy, this new optimism, and trusting her intuition with that moon up in the corner there. So take control of this, take charge of this, move forward at whatever pace is right for you. You'll gain some clarity, some new insight. If someone offers you a new idea or a new fresh perspective on this, Do listen to them. But ultimately, this decision is yours. You've got the reins here. This is asking you, though, to move away from these fears and doubts because they're not serving you. You're ready to move on. And by doing this, you will free yourself from that Four of Pentacles. I actually want to pull on the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Swords there. They've got a very similar flavor of energy. And I feel like I need to actually gain some clarity. Wow, the Judgment and the Knight of Pentacles both flipped out together. The Judgment is a huge awakening. This is the angel calling the dead back to life. This is a waking up. It's asking you to make this judgment on yourself, not in a negative, like judgmental way, but this judgment is asking you to gain clarity and perspective on yourself and really clearly see who it is that you want to be and what you need to do to become that person. And this Knight of Pentacles is saying you can go slow and steady here. You can gain all the information that you need and map out your path before you take any steps. You don't need to rush this, but do take action. Remember, you've got that Knight of Wands there. You've got the Knight of Wands here. You've got these two Knights of Wands. You've got a couple of repeat cards in here. So do pay attention. Take action. So don't get stuck. The Knight of Pentacles is still a knight. So he is a knight of action, but he's a very slow moving knight. So don't go so slow that you stop moving. Keep moving forward. But take action to really figure out what it is you want and trust your inner guidance. This Judgment is such an awakening card. I feel like this is a really pivotal point for you to really gain clarity, to remove that blindfold from yourself, see yourself clearly, and start genuinely trusting your own intuition, genuinely listening to yourself and paying attention to what's right for you. You can listen to other people's advice and insights, but ultimately the decision, as I said before, comes down to you. And I feel like that's what this is asking you to do. Real pivot point for you. Wow, the Ace of Cups flipped out. Beautiful energy. So the universe is supporting you. Remember I said the angel was calling you back from the dead, calling the dead back to life? So you have angelic support with that Judgment. And this Ace of Cups is the universe offering you this pearl. It's saying, we're right here. We're bringing you this new chance of love. Now, when I say love, I don't necessarily mean romantic love. It can be for some of you, but this is really about opening your heart up and really being a new version of you. This is a new beginning in your life. The awakening moment happens, you're coming back from the dead, and a new life begins. And this Knight of Pentacles in between them is saying there's no hurry with this. You can take your time. This is all going to be here for you. The universe is not going to abandon you while you take your time and map everything out before you move forward with this. It's just asking that this month you take this time to really figure out what it is you want and who you want to be going forward. Really let yourself take time in silence and solitude, because there you will find your strength. Really trust yourself this month. I'm going to pull on that Four of Wands in the outcome there. You got the Nine of Wands. So it's a big trial for you in the center. I feel like it's just going to hit you a little bit hard. It doesn't feel like it's that massive a deal. It just feels like it's going to shake you enough that it's going to throw you off balance a bit. And as you're having to process all of this, and with the whole worldly energy, everything that's going on in the world, I think we're all going to hit this Nine of Wands energy at some point. This is the Wounded Warrior. It's asking you to just take time out, recover your energy when you can. I mean, it's reiterating these two cards very much, the Abandoned Temple and Keeper of Secrets cards. Take time out when you need to recover your energy, reconnecting with your center, ground yourself, and then you'll be all set to go back out into the fray. Okay, you've got the Five of Pentacles. Let me just pull one more card before I read on that one. The Strength. Yeah, you're going to be fine. Okay, so these are clarifying this Four of Wands. Remember, this is the first step of a new stage of your life. It might feel like a really big deal, so take time out when you need to. Because it's a new step, this Five of Pentacles is saying it may feel like you're in this alone. You may feel a bit left out in the cold. Maybe there are people around you that aren't going to understand. Remember, you've got that Two of Swords there. There are going to be people who are on your side who can see why you're moving forward in the direction you're moving. And there are other people that are not going to understand why you're doing this. And you may feel a little bit abandoned by those people, a bit left out in the cold. This strength card, as your final card here, is telling me that you have everything you need to see this through. You are so much stronger than this Five of Pentacles. You have such an inner strength, an inner power. You have mastered the ego here. That feels like everything that you've been going through this center part of this spread, everything that you will have gone through the first part and the middle part of August will get you to a point where you are so much stronger and prouder and able to see clearly what it is that you want. So trust yourself. I think I've said that multiple times now. Really trust yourself, Cancer. You have this. You're not alone here. And again, I love this message with the Five of Pentacles. In this card, they are 5 sunflowers on the window of a cabin. The message for that is that everything you need is within. If he went inside, he'd have all the warmth, safety, comfort, and security that he needs. It's just, once again, pointing back to the same messages I've had with these 3 cards over here. Take time out, go within, connect in with your heart with that Page of Cups. Find that youthful, hopeful optimism. This is available to you. Sometimes optimism and hopefulness feel empty. This month, it feels like it's going to be really supportive for you. Connect in with your heart, and that's going to see you through this. It's going to give you the courage and the strength to step through this 1111 gateway into this new phase of your life. It's very, very positive. Bottom of the deck, you have the King of Swords. Wow. You have him under here. What I'm feeling with him in this position now is this is going to be where you end up. Yeah, the Hanged Man, breaking free of those chains of the devil. I love this. This King of Swords he's actually quite action orientated. He's receiving high spiritual wisdom, plus all of his own experience and intelligence and knowledge that he's gained through a lifetime of experience has given him the insight to know where to go next, and he's pointing the way. He's receiving that high spiritual wisdom with that eagle, and he's pointing the direction that you need to take next. By the time you get to this, you are going to be this King of Swords. You're going to have the clarity and the insight and the inner trust to know where to go next. Even if there are naysayers around you, it's not going to shake you. You're going to have this beautiful Hanged Man balance, this perfect perspective, this higher perspective, and this inner awakening that's giving you insight into who you are and what you need, and you are breaking free of those devil's chains. I love this. This is an awesome story for you, Cancer. Let me pull 3 final message cards for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot. Oh, okay. We've got the Queen of Swords. Wonderful. Gaining clarity, freeing your thoughts. That little bird there, and that sword's pointing straight up to the sky, asking you to receive those spiritual downloads. This is the sword of truth. She cuts through the nonsense, but she's also trusting her inner wisdom as well. It's the same messages I've been getting all the way through. Wow. I thought only 1 card popped out, but you actually had 2, the Star and the 7 of Pentacles. It would have actually come out like this. So the 7 of Pentacles is taking time out to assess where you've been, how much work you've done, how much work you need to do to keep going forward, and what you want to take with you as you move forward. This is actually very key to what's happening in here. Do you want to be stuck in this 4 of Pentacles energy as you move into this new path, as you step through that 1111 gateway? Or do you want to be free? Make this decision. Choose which wand you want to take with that 2 of Wands. And use this clarity, this higher perspective, this wisdom that you've gained through this journey to make this decision about what you want to take with you as you move forward, and really be clear on this, because the universe is granting your wishes. You are laying the foundations with this 7 of Pentacles for what the universe is going to give you and bring into your life. This is very much the unmanifest becoming manifest. So make sure below the surface you listen to what your heart wants. This water here, it's reflective of this Cups energy. And it's really pointing to that Page of Cups, and it's asking you to check in with your emotions, check in with your subconscious. What do you want at the subconscious level? What is your heart truly wanting? Because that is what is going to come to the surface. That's what the universe is going to bring in. Same message I've been getting throughout July and in these August reads as well. The universe is hearing our wishes, it's listening to our subconscious requests, and it's granting those wishes. So make sure you know what you want so the universe can bring it in for you. And look at this. I love that. Wow. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck there. 2 aces under there. The universe is really granting your wishes here. This is planting the seed for something brand new. And it's a pentacle, so it's something very tangible. A lot of this is about what's happening internally. It's really trying to create a shift in you to figure out what you want, to help you to release those fears and doubts, to take charge of what's happening internally. But this Ace of Pentacles is saying something's coming in that's going to be very tangible in your life, and it's holding a lot of promise. It's opening a gateway for you to something really, really positive, especially with that Ace of Swords, some kind of new inspiration, new idea coming in. So really tune in, not just to your heart, to your inner self here, but tune into that higher wisdom. If you can meditate, try and meditate. Pay attention to your dreams as well if you're not a great meditator, or go for a walk in nature and just try and quiet your mind and see what comes. You might get little flashes of pictures or memories of a movie you hadn't thought of in years, or someone from your past might pop into your head. You might get song lyrics, anything at all that comes into your consciousness that seems to come out of the blue. These are holding messages for you, and these could be key to this inspiration that's helping this Ace of Pentacles really land in your life to bring these wishes to the surface. That's actually what this Star card is saying. By the time you move through all of this, this Nine of Cups will be able to surface. You'll have that clarity. You'll figure out what you want to take with you. The universe will grant these wishes, these Nine of Cups wishes, and bring that to the surface for you. And it's going to really plant a new seed for a brand new life for you, Cancer. I'm very excited about this read. I can't wait to see how it turns out for you. Best of luck.